take a minute and talk about something that is very rarely spoken about. Talking is not a word. Can we retake that whole thing? Imposter syndrome. It is so real. Over 75% of women struggle with this, you guys. So today I want to get a solution about how we work past imposter syndrome, how we acknowledge like, hey, it's there, it's a real thing, and how we get to the other side of it to know that we are experts in our field and that we are confident, amazing women. Ready for it? Let's do this. Let's start out with the complete basics. The definition of an imposter is someone who fraudulently pretends to be someone else in gain of deceiving others to receive something in return. So whether that's money most of the time, sometimes it's other things, actions, basically it's deceiving someone else. So when we start out in business, we think, oh my God, we are not as good as this person or that person or this person. And we start in our head to deceive ourselves that we're not an expert in our field and we don't deserve to be paid for what we do. Here's the thing though. Did you know that everyone feels like this at some point in time? Even Albert Einstein said that he was an involuntary swindler, which means he had imposter syndrome. Albert Einstein, okay? So if Albert Einstein can push through, so can you. So the last thing before we get into solution is pluralistic ignorance. So what that is that's when you keep everything inside and you think, no one else feels this way, I'm alone in feeling this way, and you're not. We all suffer with this. Like, this is a big deal. So this goes back to eons ago, right? So how do we get out of it? How do we shift our mindset into knowing that we are good enough, that we are experts in our field, and that we do deserve to make that money. Too much? All that imposter syndrome and the pluralistic ignorance is doing to you is it is stopping you and creating roadblocks in you excelling in your dreams and passion. So straight into solution, how do we get past this? How do we know that we are worthy of what our goals and dreams are and keeping it super serious from here forward? We are worth it, and you need to know that. So many women get to the other side by supporting each other. It's by talking that like, hey, I'm feeling like this, whether it's good friends, families, posting it live. It's just being open about it. It's talking about it. So I love this example, and so I'm gonna use it. So let's say, just for an example, you are a blogger, okay? You blog about being a mom. You've got 2 kids, they're 5 and 8. And you are super good at knowing how to do arts and crafts with them. So that's your thing. You post about how to do arts and crafts with your 5 and 8-year-old. And you're like, oh man, this is not Pinterest worthy. There is Martha Stewart out there who is crushing it. You're not Martha Stewart, you're Susie May. And Susie May may be an expert at working with kids, and Martha Stewart can bake the hell out of a cake pop that you might not be able to do. I only use that because, full disclosure, I really can't make cake pops and someday I want to. But the whole point being that there is one of you and that is special. And someone may have no idea how to use watercolors, but you are a pro at it. So you are teaching someone else something that they have no idea what to do with. So to them, you are an expert. To Martha Stewart, you might not be an expert, and that's okay. That's what's so cool. We have one life, and I feel like I love just like visualization, right? So we have this plank, right? So this is like when we're dead, this is when we're born, and we've got this huge slope to go up, okay? So you're not gonna get right here. You have to start down here. But even if you're right here, you're above and an expert to someone who's just starting in that field. Whether it's writing, influencing, educating, whatever your niche is, know that niche, know your target audience, and own it. The confidence that you gain from just the baby steps of never stopping learning is going to make you an expert. So I am learning something new every single day. It's huge for me to never stop in my industry, especially because it's always growing and changing. I might not be as good as someone else, and you might like their style better or their personality better, and that's cool. Like, I'm cool with that. But you have to have the confidence in yourself to know, I am enough. I know my shit and I am good at it. And if you have that, other people are gonna believe it too. So, bye, imposter syndrome.